Good morning, students. Today we are going to continue our chapter 2nd, that is the Baudhayana Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so in that we have done our question number 1, question number 2. We have done both of these and I have given you the homework also. Coming to the question number 3, just read what is given in question 3. The length of the hypotenuse and one side are given. So, which is the greatest or the largest side in right angle triangle? First, come to that. If this is a right angle triangle, yes. Why it is right angle triangle? Because there is a 90 degree. One angle out of these three, this is 90 degree. And opposite to this 90 degree is the hypotenuse. And this is the greatest or the largest side of this triangle, correct? And one side is also given. See, hypotenuse is given and one of the side is given, that is 9. Find the length of the other side for each right angle triangle, and all the lengths are in centimeter. So the unit is also given, that is in centimeter. In first part, this is right angle triangle, 90 degrees here, correct? Opposite to the 90 degree will be hypotenuse, which is the greatest side of the triangle. This is 9, the base is given 9 and the height is y. Then in right angle triangle, which property we are going to use? We are going to use the Pythagoras theorem to find this. What is Pythagoras theorem? Hypotenuse square is equals to, the greatest side will be equal to this side square plus this one side square. Okay, so coming to the solution, question 3rd, A part, the triangle is given, the largest side which is opposite to 90 degree, that is hypotenuse. This is also given, base is given, and we have to find the height. Here the hypotenuse is 15 centimeter. Why it is in centimeter? Because it is given in the question. Then the base is 9 centimeter and the height is y centimeter. Which theorem we are going to use over here? This is a right angle triangle. Therefore, we are going to use Baudhayana Pythagoras theorem. Over here, the largest side square equals to square of other two sides sum of the other two sides square. Okay, so square of base plus square of this side, that is height or the perpendicular. This is the hypotenuse, which is 15, so 15 centimeter square or 15 square is equal will be as it is. Base, that is 9 square, plus what is the value of height? It is y. Okay, so y square. What is the square of 15? That is 225, equals to 9 square, that is 81, plus y square. On the right hand side, 81 is positive. Coming to the left hand side, when this comes to the left hand side to its like term, it will become negative. 225 plus will become negative, minus 81 is equals will be as it is, y square will be as it is. When we used to subtract this, we got 144 is equals to y square. On the right hand side, we want the value of y. Yes or no? We want the value of y, but here is y square. Then square will go to the next side, to the other side, and that will become square root, and y will be as it is. So y is equals to root 144. What is the square root of 144? That is 12. So the value of y is 12 centimeter. Correct? Coming to the B part of this question, here the triangle is given like this. First we have to find where is 90 degree. It is here. Opposite to that will be hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is the largest side of right angle triangle. So largest side square, hypotenuse square, is equals to other two side squares sum. Okay, this largest one will be equals to the two sides squaring sum of the other two sides, that is hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus height square. Same question like A part, substitute the values. What is the value of hypotenuse? 10. What is the value of base? They have given x, and value of height is 8. So the square of the height, that is 8 square. What is the square of 10? 100. Then x square plus 8 square is 64. 64 will come to the left hand side and plus 64 will become minus 64. 100 minus 64 is 36. So what is x square? X square equals to 36. Then square root of 36 is 6. Why we have taken the square root? Because the square will come to the left hand side and will become square root. Okay. Now coming to the D part, then C part will be homework. Okay, it's same question. Coming to the D part, over here first we have to find the 90 degree. Where is 90 degree? Opposite to the 90 degree will be the largest side, that is hypotenuse. So we got hypotenuse 26 centimeter, we got the base B, and the height is 24. Over here we are going to substitute the value, substitute the values of hypotenuse, base and height. Then hypotenuse is 26, so in place of hypotenuse we are going to substitute 26. 26 square is equals will remain as it is, base will be b square plus height will be 24 square. What is the squaring of 26? That is 676. B square will be as it is, equal will be as it is, plus sign as it is. 24 square will be 576. Again check the like terms. Here it is constant number, this is also a constant number. Then constant number will go to the left hand side and it will become minus. Why it become minus? Because here it is plus, on the left hand side it will become minus. Now when we subtract these two numbers, we got 100. Equal will be as it is and b square is as it is. On the right hand side it is squaring, but we want the value of only b, so squaring will come to the left and become square root. So square root of 100. What is the square root of 100? That is 10. And they have already given you in unit, that unit will be. Come to the question number 4. The rectangular floor of a room is 12 meter long and 5 meter wide. What is the length of the diagonal? So they have given us the shape of that floor of a room, and that is the rectangular in shape. We are going to make a figure so that we could know what all things were given and what is they have asked about. Coming to the solution for that, this is the rectangular floor. They have given the length also and the width also. What they have asked? They have asked the diagonal, this. So as we know, in rectangular field there will be a 90 degree at each corner. Yes or no? All the vertex angles will be 90 degree. This floor will have the vertex angles as 90 degree. Over here I have taken as ABCD a rectangular floor. In that, this will be the diagonal, and they have asked about the diagonal only, so I am going to let the diagonal be x, and this will become a 90 degree right angle triangle. So in right angle triangle ABC, the hypotenuse, which is hypotenuse, opposite to the 90 degree. So the 90 degree, opposite to the 90 degree is hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is x. The base is 12 and the height will be 5. Okay. Again, using the Baudhayana Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus height square. The value of hypotenuse they have given? No, they have asked. Yes. So this will be, what is this? AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Correct? Now substitute the values. X square is equals to, what is the AB square? What is AB in this? 12 square plus what is BC? 5 square. Okay. Now x square is equals to, what is the square of 12? 144. What is the square of 5? 25. Then add them, we will got 169. On the left hand side there is a square, on the right hand side it will become square root. This is 13 and 13 meter. Correct? So the length of the diagonal will be 13 meter. Coming to the next question, that is your question number 5. A ladder 10 meter long just reaches the top of the wall. If there is a wall like this, if it is a wall, the ladder just reaches the top of that wall. Correct? And the height of the wall is 8 meter. And the length of the ladder is, this ladder, if it is a ladder, then it will be 10. If it is a wall, then it will be 8 meters. How far is the foot of the ladder? They were asking, this will be the foot of a ladder. If I am taking it as a ladder, then it will be the foot of the ladder. and they were asking how far it is from the base of wall. Base of wall, correct? So first we will make a figure, and definitely it will form a triangle to get what all things were given in that and what we have to find. So they have given the ladder and it just reaches the top of the wall. If it is a wall, then this will be the ladder, and this is the distance between the foot of ladder and the base of the wall. Okay, now wall will definitely always be in vertical, and there will be a 90 degree with the base, correct? So this is a right angle triangle where it will be a 90 degree, and opposite to that will be hypotenuse. This will be the height and this is the base. Again, using, since it is a right angle triangle, how we can find the sides of this triangle? We can find it by Pythagoras theorem. So I have written that using the Baudhayana Pythagoras theorem, where hypotenuse is 10, base is x, and height of this wall is 8. Again, if I have taken at ABC, then this is AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Substitute the value. What is AC square? 10 square is equals to 8 square plus x square. Okay. Now 64 on the right hand, it is added. Coming to the left, it will be subtracted. 100 minus 64, that is 36. What is the value of x square? 36. Then x square, this squaring will come to the left hand side, it will become square root, correct? So square root of 36. Then what is the value of x? X is equals to 6, and it is in meters, so I am going to write meter. Got it? So I have got the distance between the foot of this ladder and the base of the wall. Coming to the question number 6. What they have given, what is the length of the ramp? This is ramp, and it is in a right angle triangle. This is the hypotenuse. So again we are going to use the Baudhayana Pythagoras theorem, in which this hypotenuse square will be equals to square of these two small sides. Okay, that is ramp square is equals to 5 square plus 12 square. Can you find this? So this will be in your homework. Okay, do the question number 6 in homework. Coming to the 7th one, just look at the figure first. This is the figure for question number 7 in your book. How many right angle triangles you are able to see? I think 2. Just check which is the first one. This A, B, C. Just ignore this line BD and we will see A, B, C. Correct? This ABC is a right angle triangle, and where is the 90 degree? It is at angle C. Then what is the opposite to angle C? AB line, and AB will be the hypotenuse. So in triangle ABC, using the Pythagoras theorem, we can find this AC, complete AC, because complete AC is not given. So we can find that. Now in triangle this one and second triangle, we are able to see this BDC, correct, where C is the right angle. At C it is there is 90 degree. Okay, then according to this, in BDC, this BD will be the hypotenuse. Now we will check what all things have given and what they have asked. ABC is a right angle triangle they have given you, where ACB angle is 90 degree and BC is 12. So they have given you this triangle ABC, right angle triangle, where C is 90 degree, BC they have given you 12 and AB 15, and CD as 5. You have to find the length of two sides, that is BD and AD. Where is AD? This one, and BD is this one. Coming to the solution of this question, as I have told you, there are two right angle triangle. The first one is ABC. This ABC, right angle at C. Second one is the small one. It was like this one. Okay. So in triangle BDC, I am going to take this first and this complete one as the second. In this one, this is 90. Opposite to this will be the hypotenuse. So what is hypotenuse in this triangle? BD. So BD square is equals to DC square. plus BC square using Baudhayana Pythagoras theorem. BD square equals to DC square plus BC square. Substitute the value. BD is not given. What is DC? 5 square. What is BC? 12. So 12 square. What is the squaring of 5? 25 plus 144, that is 169. Can you find this BD? Only BD, not the squaring. So if square will come to the right, it will become square root, and that is 13 centimeter. Okay, correct. Coming to the next triangle, which is ABC triangle. This is also right angle triangle and right angle at C. What will be the opposite to this 90 degree? Hypotenuse. And we know how to use the Pythagoras theorem. This squaring, this largest side square, will be equals to the sum of these two small side squares. So in this triangle, AB square is equals to AC square plus BC square. AB is given, yes, 15. BC is given, yes, 12, but AC is not given. So AB square, substitute the value of AB, that is 15. 15 square is equals to AC square plus, instead of BC we are going to substitute the value, that is 12. So 12 square. 225 is equals to AC square plus 144. On the right hand side it is positive, coming to the left it will become negative. When we subtract these two numbers, I got 81. So 81 equals to AC square. Then AC will be square root of 81, that is 9. Okay, but we don't want AC. What we want? We want the value of AD. So AC can be break into two parts, like AC equals to AD plus this one, DC, correct? So this only I have taken AC equals to AD plus DC. Instead of AC, I substitute the value, that is 9. AD will be as it is plus DC. What is the value of DC? 5. Okay. So this implies AD equals to 9 minus 5, that is 4 centimeter. Okay. I hope you understood this. Complete your work in your notebook.